All right. We are live. You guys know what time it is. If you're joining us, this is the Locker Room Show. There is no other place to be, especially now since it's the off season. And I know you guys need your football fix. I'm with the man, the myth, the legend, none other than the man right there, Q the Guru. What's going on, player?
What's going on, Coach? What's going on? It's another wonderful week.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. And we have a Super Bowl champion as well.
Indeed, we do, man. I told you. Didn't the Guru? I told you, man. Cincinnati. Hey, listen, they will be back. That's a young team, good game. But Matt Stafford and those boys, man, they put that team together well and spent a truckload of money to get that trophy, man. They did.
I mean, as you know, you guys, football is a quarterback sport. And whether it's high school, junior college, or the pros, you got to have somebody behind that center that's real deal. And like the Guru says, man, Cincinnati ain't going nowhere. Baltimore, Pittsburgh, all you guys better beware in that
I'm
division
telling you.
because Cincinnati ain't going nowhere. I see the Foss family already joining us. Thanks for joining us, Eric Foss out of Alabama. He's got, speaking of quarterbacks, he's got two in his home with Tori and Jacob. One of his kids is at Southern Illinois, and the other one's up and coming. So big time stuff in the Foss family. So hey, let's get after it. If you guys are joining us for the very first time, I am your host, Coach Terrence Wood. That is Q, the Guru. We come live every Thursday, you guys, to bring you the truth. That's why we call it the locker room, because we close the door and we hit the topics, the stuff that matters only to football families. And that's what we're getting into tonight. The topics are down there on the ticker, you guys. So that's what we're hitting up, and we get in and out. And Q, you see the first one, man. I mean, this is something
Top
that
of the list.
top of the list, and
AP again.
AP again, and this is something that has been ongoing with the man, and obviously talented, maybe Hall of Famer, disputable on the field. But talk to me, maybe give me a perspective if you're in his inner circle. Maybe you're a cousin, a brother that he listens to. Is this just AP being AP, or is this something that you got to pull him aside and say, "Hey, we're headed for the cliff"?
You know what, Coach? Here's a bottom line with AP, man. He's already been in a situation, man, with disciplining one of the kids or whatever, man, a few years back. To kind of put a bulls on his back, and a lot of people can understand that. Especially our age group. With getting raised by baby boomers. I mean, you felt that belt or that switch, before or whatever. That was normal, fine. But this situation is a little bit different. It's dealing with a female. You're on a plane. He has to remember, and this is for all, even kids, in high school, that are high profile athletes, man, college as
Yes,
well.
yes,
Do not ever forget what you have to lose. Because once you get deemed something by the media, it's going to be very hard to shake that.
yes.
I don't care if you're the best player in between those white lines. It's going to be hard to shake, man.
And do you think something like this or the ongoing instances with him could affect him possibly being a Hall of Famer one
No,
day?
I tell you what, he'll get in, but he won't get in first ballot like he should. He'll get
Okay.
in. He'll get in,
Okay.
but he's going to have to wait now. Now he's going to
Okay.
have to wait.
All right, we're on to our next topic. And if you're joining us for the first time, you guys, like I said, this is a sprint. We're getting in and out these topics. Hopefully, AP gets his stuff together. The next one is Aaron Donald, Super Bowl champion, an amazing player. Some would say, hands down, the best player overall in the NFL, Q. And he's
Might be.
saying, hey, it might be time for retirement. I've done NFL Defensive Player of the Year, I've done All Pro. I'm probably going to be a Hall of Famer. I got my money. Talk to me, Q. If you're AD, are you out after this year? You think he's got some juice in the tank?
I'm gonna tell you what. Even if you do, man, and Coach, I mentioned this a couple of shows ago. You're gonna see guys now. They're
Yep.
not gonna do 10 years, 12 years. Remember, I said Brady. You won't
Yep.
see careers like that anymore because these younger guys, they're looking at themselves and they're like, I don't want to live the rest of my life with injuries. It's other things that I want to accomplish and do. So, like you said, he has all the accolades. He can bow out now. He's healthy. Why not? We saw that all the way, even going all the way back. Really, if you remember, Coach, close to our era, remember everyone was so surprised when Robert Smith, when he left, when he was with
Or
the
Curtis
Vikings,
Martin.
or
Yep.
Kurt at the top of their game.
Yep. Tiki
It's like
Barber.
it's like, why be like those old boxers? We like know when to shut it down. You don't have to go out on crutches, man.
Very, very good insight right there. You guys keep this in mind. You got to listen to your body. AD has put in the work, and he says maybe it's time to get out. Mr. Jimmy Rucker, who's always with us, we appreciate you, Jimmy. He
Big
says
Jimmy.
Hall of Fame career will be delayed for AP. He
Oh,
says that
definitely. Yeah, for
he's
sure.
going.
Yeah, he won't get in
Yeah,
that first ballot. You can cancel Christmas on that. That's not happening.
yeah. That's a sad one right there. So, you guys, we are on to our next topic, and the next topic is the SEC. We bring up the SEC a lot because they're dominating when it comes to the college level. And Q, they're talking about the numbers keep going up as far as revenue for the SEC. I mean, we're talking 777 million,
That's
almost a B.
Bill. Yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
it jumps 18% in a pandemic and a recession, and everybody's splitting 54 million. Even the scum buckets that never win a game. You know,
Yeah,
so talk
Vanderbilt. Yeah.
the Vanderbilt. You know, they at the science
Kentucky,
lab
right.
and they
Yeah,
cashing out. Um,
yeah.
so talk to me about this type of money. Does this totally shift the landscape, man? Where these other conferences can't come back, or do you think you do see some bounce back?
You know what? It's one thing I've always said, Coach. The players follow the coaches. You could take Saban and put him at Boise, and in my opinion, you're going to get the same result.
Okay.
So these conferences, and I know you talk about, you're a West Coast guy. You go same thing with USC. These schools are going to have to ante up and start cutting checks that are the equivalent of what these SEC coaches are getting paid. Otherwise, you're not going to get those 4 or 5 star kids you need to build prolific programs without it, man. You got to drop checks. It's a bottom line.
All
It's a
right.
business.
And when you're looking at this type of money, I mean, do you think the players deserve some type of compensation in this conference because it's just going up, or do you think the NIL will take care of it?
I think pretty much the NIL for now will, but I feel like eventually, not just the SEC, just across the board, it's gonna eventually have to be some type of salary, in my opinion, where it might be 10 years from now. I don't even think it'll be that long. And these college kids are gonna need agents as well.
Good point. Good point. And we are on to our next topic. Thank you for joining us, those that are joining us live. Once again, I'm your host, Coach Terrence Wood, and my other handsome host with me is Q, the guru with the KU hat on. That's where he went to school, Big 12, played some big time college ball, you guys. So the next topic is football mentors, Q. And unfortunately, man, I had somebody that was a football mentor to me pass away. Strength and conditioning coach Doc Crease was very, very responsible for
Mm,
many of the superstars that came through the University of Colorado between the late 90s and early 2000s. And Q, because
yeah,
you
yeah.
played, man, strength coach, you spend a lot of time with the strength coach.
Oh yeah,
And,
definitely.
there's people that move things behind the curtain, you guys. Even for the Rams and Cincinnati, you guys saw the players on the field, but there's people in the media, people that's working with those athletes, those conditioning people that are huge, huge for their success. And Doc was very special, borderline crazy, borderline genius. You know, he was right there with it, but miss him dearly. And I wanted to ask you, man, when you think back on your amazing football career, who's somebody that maybe stands out as a football mentor or somebody that you really credit your success to?
Oh man, top of the list, man, is Rick Glidewell, man. That was my position coach, back home in the Hazelwood East in St. Louis, Missouri. And I mean, to Coach Glidewell, man. He cranked out so many D1 DBs. If you remember, Jamar Fletcher out of Wisconsin and won the Thor.
Yeah.
That's
Yep.
all our high school. So I mean, yeah, but again, one thing that he always did was he always, as I told you, Coach, always went to Colorado's camp, man, and always watched. So again, I grew up watching Deion Figures and those defenses, man, and definitely credit a lot of how I developed, as a defensive back specifically, because of him for sure.
And it always seems like those coaches that you really remember almost they're beyond football. You know that there was some father like
Oh yeah,
qualities to them, and
for
you didn't
sure.
want to let them down, and they're gonna
Yeah,
push you and
yeah.
get on your head.
They're
But
gonna get the
you know
best out of you. They're gonna get the
they're gonna
best
get the
out of
best,
you.
but you know they cared, man. And I know you guys have some football coaches, some football mentors that are in your back pocket, man. Hold on tight to those people. You don't know when they're gonna be here, when they're gonna be gone. But Doc Crease, love you to death, man, and thank you for everything. On to our next topic, and this is
Oof.
one. Yeah, this is going to be coming
Yeah,
up a lot,
yeah, a
over
whole
the
lot.
next few
Yeah.
decades. It's a whole new wave of superstars, and we're starting to see the generational
Yeah,
legacy kids come through.
yeah,
And this is Arch Manning, young Arch Manning, and he's out in Louisiana doing his thing. The ones who have really compensated is Newman High School because they had them all. They had Peyton,
yeah. The whole family.
Eli, the whole
Yeah.
family. So Cooper.
They
So
might change the name of the whole school. This
to
is over
Manning,
with, right?
Manning High.
Manning High School, literally. Yeah.
But the reason why we're bringing this up, and I know a lot of you young football players are obviously following Arch. Maybe one day some of you guys might play with him. But the reason why we're bringing this up, Q, is there's huge legacy, behind this family. Even Grandpa, Archie, and where does the kid fall in, young Arch, as
Mhm.
far as helping build the family legacy? To a certain extent, football is the Manning business. It's the family business.
It is.
Uh, is he supposed to go to an Ole Miss like his grandfather and his uncle? Is he
Yeah.
supposed to chart his own way and go to Nebraska, God forbid, because that was my old rival, or
Right.
a USC?
Right.
Uh, where does the kid's legacy and family legacy fall into the decision?
Right. Well, according to sources, Coach, he's narrowed it down to Georgia, Ole Miss, uh, Texas, and Bama in Alabama.
Okay.
Me personally, I like him at Georgia, and I'll tell you why. Because when you get into a legacy, it sometimes it's a double-edged sword. It's one of those things where obviously the name
Mm-hmm.
is it speaks for itself in regards, to the quarterback position.
Yeah.
Period. I mean, is what it is.
Period.
That's a
Yep.
staple for that position. But sometimes, you have to blaze your own trail.
Yes.
So I don't see him going to Ole Miss following Eli. Definitely, Tennessee's not even on the map. Obviously, where Peyton went. I think he's going to Georgia. Because you have to think, Ewers, the other quarterback, the transfer from Ohio State, number one quarterback in the country. He's at UT. So I mean, it'd be great to see them battle it out. But if that doesn't happen, which I feel like Texas is at the top of the list, but other than that, I see him at Georgia. Definitely, especially what Georgia showed this year. I think it'll be a
That would be
bulldog. I like him
interesting.
at Georgia. I like him at
That would
Georgia.
be interesting,
Oh yeah.
and I'm sure that Bulldogs fans would be loving what you're talking about right now because there'd be some more national
Oh yeah.
championships.
He'll get a call from
Maybe
Matt Stafford. He'll get a
there you
call.
go. Yeah, he'll
Trust me.
get a call from the Super Bowl champ. So,
Yeah.
hey, there you guys go. And we are on, you guys, to the lightning round. You guys know what the lightning round is all about. If you're with us live, if you're watching the recording, the lightning round is definitely a fan favorite. This is where we put our guests through a quick, pretty much to a certain degree, what's on your mind first? Word association, and usually it has to do with the football industry, but sometimes we stray away. And we had a break from our very own Q the Guru over the last couple weeks, and had some superstars come in, Q,
Mm-hmm.
and go to town on the lightning round. And this time, man, we back to Q. So You ready to go, superstar?
Oh, definitely, man. They raised the bar on me, man. We got to get it
They done
together.
raised the bar on you. So with the lightning round, Q has 60 seconds, you guys, to get through as many as he possibly can. And I think our record is 9, if I'm correct, and we may have somewhat of a tie. I got to check the tape, but Coach Cormier, offensive coordinator from
Right.
Houston Baptist, and then our very own Rojestin Ferris with the Denver Broncos. Both got 9. So whoever wins, whoever gets the most, if anybody can beat 9, is gonna get a very, very special evening on the locker room show from us. So you ready to be back on the starting blocks, Q?
Oh, definitely. Let's get it going.
All right.
Let's
So
get it
let
going.
me cue up, no pun intended, my stopwatch here. And we got 60 seconds for Q to do his thing. Now, once again, his PR, his personal record is 6, I believe, 6 or 7, but 9 is the new quota. 9 is the new high water mark. So let's go. I got the stopwatch ready, and we are gone. Number 1, LaDainian Tomlinson.
Man, best horn frog ever, man. One of the top 3 running backs I have all time, for sure.
Best rivalry, Auburn, Alabama, or Ohio State, Michigan?
Ohio State, Michigan, for sure.
Mm. Calvin Johnson or Randy Moss? Who would you not want
Ooh.
to cover?
Oh man, let me man, who I wouldn't want to cover? Oh man, I wouldn't want to cover. I'll take Megatron over Randy Moss.
Best player out of your hometown?
Ooh. I would say Terrell Fletcher.
Terrell Fletcher. Ricky Williams, Texas Longhorn great.
Man, electrifying. Unstoppable at UT.
Dallas Cowboys, Amari Cooper, 44 seconds.
Man, needs to quit dropping the ball, man.
Ed Reed, Baltimore Ravens great.
I got top 3 safeties all time.
Reggie Wayne, Hurricane.
He'll get in second ballot.
Ballot stop. Okay, 102. 102. He was finishing up on that last one with Reggie Wayne. So let me hold on. You got better than the PR, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. And I think it was 6. So 7. Okay. So you just stepped it up on us, Q. And you said Terrell Fletcher. That was a big one. Rather have Megatron than Randy on a 9 route. Ohio State over Michigan. Okay, the people down south might have something to say about that. And obviously, Ed Reed, we know what he's all about,
Oh
and
yeah.
he's a
Oh yeah.
dog for sure. So we are on, you guys, to our last segment of the Locker Room Show. Hopefully, you guys are joining us and enjoying yourself tonight. Please share, please subscribe, get the notification so whenever we come on live, you guys, you can come on in here in the locker room with us, get fed, share your insight. We love to hear from you guys as well. So, Q, we are going, man, to the audience question,
Q&A.
the
Q&A.
Q&A. And if anybody is live, feel free. If you got any questions for me, for Q, put them in the chat. You got a kid that plays. Maybe you are an athlete that's playing ball. Put it in the chat. Something may come up after the show. You can hit us at info@beforeyougopro.com or Terrence at beforeyougopro.com, and we'll answer your questions on the next show. But this one was a good one, Q. And a matter of fact, I'm pulling this one from, if he's still in here, I don't know if he is, but Mr. Foss.
Okay.
And he had a question for me this week about one of his sons being asked to potentially change positions.
Mm.
And quarterback, and very talented quarterback.
Okay.
And I wanted to get your feedback. Let's put the hat on you, the dad hat on you.
Okay.
Q's got a young, talented quarterback. Maybe let's say he just went off to University of Cincinnati,
Okay.
and young buck, freshman. And
Mm-hmm.
now coach is kind of in his ear during spring ball about playing some wide receiver. What's Dad Guru's opinion on that?
We just had well. Here's the first thing. The first thing is we have to look at, if you're not starting and you're a pup, how are we looking in front of you? Is it 2 sophomores and a senior? What
Okay.
do we have to look as far as classmen? Because the problem right now that we're seeing is these kids are just making, to me, uninformed decisions. It is hopping in the portal.
Okay.
Sometimes things would pan out better for a lot of these kids if they just stay in battle.
Okay.
And a lot of them just don't want to stay and fight. They don't want to fight to be a one. If it's not handed to them, they want to hop in the portal. And that's why I keep saying that the portal is a double-edged sword. It can help a lot of kids, but a lot of kids it's gonna hurt because they think that, oh, I don't want to battle. I can go be the man over here, and you end up staying in the portal, and it
You're
causes some
stuck.
problems. A lot of problems for you. Period. So
Now,
I mean,
if what if they're telling him not much of a future at quarterback? We like your speed or some. We like your athletic ability, but not much of a future here at quarterback. Maybe a coaching change or something. And your dad, and the boy got some talent.
right, right.
How you
Coach,
feel?
I would look at it kind of like this. If he's going to be playing at receiver, is he going to be starting right away at receiver? Now we're not switching a receiver and then still gotta fight our way through to get with the ones. If he's
Is
going receiver and we're with the ones at receiver, we're at receiver. But otherwise, we might need to take a look at the portal and look at our options and go, elsewhere. Because I tell a lot of people, this day and age, Antoine Randall L. Oh God, he would have been in the NFL right now, and he would have been like people think, Russell Westbrook and these other mobile quarterbacks, which are a great quarterback. But Antoine Randall L. If you hadn't seen him play, he was special at quarterback. As nice as a receiver he was with Pittsburgh, he at Indiana, the
or
boy was,
Charlie Ward?
oh my, and Charlie, what, absolutely electrifying.
Yeah.
Those quarterbacks now in this era. So no, it doesn't have to be where you're so quick to change positions now. Absolutely not.
A very good friend, Andy Peake, joining us. What's going on, brother? That was somebody right there. Great, great point. Somebody that played two positions. One of my teammates at the University of Colorado, linebacker, I think, started as a fullback, moved to linebacker, or vice versa. So,
Mm-hmm.
but to your point, Q, he went straight to one or good playing time. You know,
Exactly. That's the key.
it wasn't all or nothing. You know,
Exactly. There you go. If
so
you're not,
so
if you're
that
not getting clockers, you're not moving positions to the ones. Stay where you're at. And you, like I said, now with the portal, look at your options. If you want to think you can, you can battle at that position. But no quarterback that's a true quarterback would ever really want to switch positions. Period.
let me ask you this before I let you go here, Q. Once again, father hat, not player hat, father hat.
Right.
Um, I see son has NFL potential
Right.
if he switches here, but he loves this position. I see NFL potential if he goes to DB, but he loves receiver. What does father get involved in that? Does father say
No.
love?
No.
Does father say go for the money? What does father say?
You know
Father
what?
Guru.
That's one of those things. Again, the kid is one out there between the lines. You can
Okay.
guide him, you can talk to him, but you can't be overbearing as a parent. You have to let the kid
Mm,
make the call in that sense. You're there to guide him, especially off the field, but let the coaches do their job on the field and help the young player, especially as a kid. Pop Warner High School, may help them make give them your 2 cents and help them make, the best decision possible, but they're going to actually make the ultimate decision, not you as the parent. You're not playing. You're not the one strapping it up. Oh, and Andy,
their heart has to be in it.
and Andy, that's a good question. That would be Sean Taylor and Ronnie Lott for sure. That's an easy question to answer. Easy
Okay.
question to answer. Good question,
All
though.
right. All right. So there you guys have it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this episode. This is episode 12, I believe, of the Locker Room Show. We new in the game, baby, but we coming up with a head full of steam, and we want y'all with us. We want this train, this locomotive hitting hard every Thursday. So come with us. Bring your feedback, bring your advice, your expertise. If maybe you play ball, and bring it on into the locker room
For
because
sure.
we're going to bring the best in the industry and we want to game up these young pups. that have so much opportunity ahead of them. So, hey, thank you for joining us tonight. Q, thanks for bringing it, brother. You brought some good insight, man. I know that they got a lot out of that, dude. So, way to bring it.
For sure. We just getting started, Coach. It's a tip of the iceberg, man. It's early. It's first quarter,
baby. And make sure that you guys subscribe. You got to
hit that
subscribe
button
so that you get the notification, you get the replays, share it with any teammates, any coaches, any football parents that you know, because we want to bring the truth to them and we want them to be a step above everybody else. So hopefully you guys enjoyed tonight's show. Once again, I am your host, Coach Terrence Wood. That is Q, the Guru, and we are signing off. We'll see y'all at the top.